Greetings, gamer guys and gals. Welcome to part 22 of my Let's Play Pokemon Scarlet. And in today's episode, we are going to find ourselves going all the way down to the southwestern corner of this world to the Alfornado gym. We're going to be facing Tulip, the gym leader, aka the Bewitching Beautician. Let's see, this Psychic-type user is a real force, even among gym leaders. She runs a cosmetics brand, which she also models for, and she aims to be the very best in everything she does, including battle. Now, I'm going to be very honest here. My Pokemon team is pretty darn well set to beat up on Psychic Pokemon. However, my team is actually pretty darn terrible at beating the next star or Team Star battle, which is actually kind of really a shame. I only have one Pokemon that resists that team. Now, I'm not going to spoil who the team is going to be, but there's two other of my Pokemon that are not going to fare well, and one of them's going to be somewhat okay, and then the other two are just like neutral. So I'm thinking that I might need to do some moveset changes for that, but that's a bit in the future. So we have two gym battles before we're taking on the next Team Star, at least from my estimation where I want to go, and it seems more or less that we're going to be saving the last Titan for quite a bit, because from what I understand, it's quite difficult. Now, we do actually have some Pokemon that can deal reasonably well with the last Titan, but we're going to be taking on two gyms before we get to any of that. So, without further ado, we're going to go ahead and fly ourselves to the closest area we can to this southern portion of the world, which I'm guessing would be Cortando? I mean, technically, yeah, I mean, technically that seems like it would be the closest. We could fly here, too. You know what, we're going to fly here, actually. And I am fully intent on doing whatever Pokemon trainer battles on the way that we find. So there is that. The reason being, maybe not all of them, but again, like I've said, on a number of occasions, I actually think we're way too underleveled for this point in the game. And there's probably people who would not necessarily agree with me on that, due to the fact that I do have Pokemon that can, for what I can see, get pretty well over leveled, with the fact that these Pokemon I have are all traded. But that's kind of the thing, though, is like I'm not trying to over level. I just want to be decent level for our fights, I should say, coming up. I won't lose in terms of being energetic anyway. You were challenged by youngster Tristan. And Salandit. Yeah, so we're probably in an area where these Pokemon battles are useless. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to actually skip probably until we get to near the town to do Pokemon battles, because, you know, beating up on level 17 Mons is not going to give us anything. Not even reasonably decent money. We have reasonably decent money already. Like 748, we don't care about that. My bag says we have 102 grand, 17,000 LP as well, and we don't really have anything that we need to purchase, really. I wouldn't mind getting some more, like, revives and stuff like that. Probably not necessarily revives. I would actually prefer to get some energy or revival herbs. That's what they are. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and run our way on down. I think this is the right way. Yeah, we do have to go... Apparently we have to go through this cave in order to get ourselves over to the other side. That's going to be interesting. We haven't really had to go through any caves yet. Heal powder. This is not a raid that we want to deal with. And there's a toxicity. You know what's funny is that this toxicity could actually end up being a great help to me, depending on his level for the next Team Star battle. Let me check him out. Yeah, level 37. Seems like pretty decent. Let's go ahead and throw a quick ball. And we caught him. Awesome. I wasn't expecting that quick ball to work, but that's one of the cool things about quick balls is they are very darn useful. So toxicity is registered, electric poison. As it scatters toxic sweat and emits electricity, a melody that sounds like it came from a guitar reverberates through the surrounding area. So this Pokemon is absolutely not going to be helpful for us concerning our next gym, since we're going to be fighting a poison gym. But could potentially be very darn useful later on. And look, it's a Larvitar. Tyranitar is probably my favorite rock type of all time. And that's no joke. So being able to find a good old Larvitar right now is pretty awesome. Not necessarily going to use them right now, nor am I concerned with it, but having one would be good, because I don't necessarily have all pseudos in game. I'm actually missing a Dino and a Larvitar. Alright, we're not trying to go into that. Boxes. Alright. Level 37. Let's put you here for the time being. Yeah, one of the things that most people had a complaint about concerning Pokemon Sword and Shield, and here's a Dino. That's pretty awesome. Is that there were virtually no caves or like dungeons or anything of the sort, which really kind of stinks if you think about it. It's kind of one of those things where you're just like, that's not really acceptable though, because the game itself looks very beautiful, except for the wild area. The wild area looks less than as good as it could. Let's be real here. But where that game really lacked was a sense of exploration besides the wild area, and I think it was due to the wild area that they did not have very good exploration spots and things of that nature. I'm not a real big fan of that. I think that games, these Pokemon games, could do with a bit more polish. And it's kind of been like that for years. Alright, critical catch. Awesome. Only had to use a couple of our Pokeballs. It's not like we don't have money so that we can't afford things. Alright. I actually had a... I keep pressing that. I actually had a Dino and a Tyranitar, or a Larvitar, I should say, in my pseudo, but I traded them over to one of my friends because he wanted them, and I'm not really going to use them. I just had them for having them sake. In case I wanted to breed for, like, a competitive mon or something like that. then I could. Alright, so we can actually make it up there. See, now this is a first. Something like this is something that Pokemon has never really done before. Let's see if this is a battle we can partake in that will actually give us experience points. I was running after Pokemon and now I'm completely lost. You are challenged by youngster Adan. Or Adan? Venomoth. I used to think Venomoth was like a really, really silly bug type in Gen 1, but after seeing like a moveset with Tinted Lens and Quiver Dance and stuff like that, it's just like, I definitely think Venomoth has grown on me. I'm a big bug type fan, but not every bug type wins me over. I cannot stand Ledian. Terrible. I actually can't stand Ariados. Any of their evolutions, any of that, it's just not for me. Venonat looks like a joke, in my opinion. So, there is that too. Switch Pokemon, yes, because I don't necessarily want to lose my Cloth here. Yeah, what's weird about this game is that one of the only difficulty settings that Pokemon has had over the years is being able to turn off switch mode, which we just took advantage of there. And you can't turn it off in this game. I don't really like that. Alright, is this thing going to use... Ooh, I'm glad they didn't faint me. I was wondering if he was going to use Explosion. But he probably would use Explosion this turn, seeing he's low health. Leveling up. Liquidation. I keep skipping over that. Yeah, we're definitely not getting Liquidation. This is one of those moves where it's like, yes, it has higher base power than Aqua Cutter, but if you are doing what I'm doing, which is relying on crits, it actually doesn't have higher base power. As we discovered, the crit moves with a crit have 105 base power. And yes, it's a 50-50 chance, but still, don't really care. Lost my way to victory, too. And we got a, you know, little bit of chunk of change, I guess. Oh, a Pupitar. I could catch you. I am such a big fan of Larvitar's line. I'm going to catch Pupitar, and hey, if I were to spot a... Oh, we're going to have to either run or switch out here, because... Alright, we can switch out to you, because he's using Thrash. We're actually going to use Will-O-Wisp right away, too. Yeah, if I can find myself a good old Tyranitar, too, I would definitely use the Tyranitar, or, well, catch the Tyranitar. Not going to use him in this kind of run, because it's just not really all that useful. In the sense that, like, I want... It's not useful for my means, which is... that I really want a team that is nothing but new Pokemon. Which is why, another reason why I'm not going to be using Toxtricity. Alright, so let's go ahead and restore health, because we do want you to level up. We're also going to be getting stuff like revival herbs, so I don't really care if my revives are used. Treasure hunting is so much fun, and it'll be even more fun when I beat you. You are challenged by Yolanda, the student. Crocorock. This is not really that great of a matchup here, but we're going to use X-Scissor. Ooh, that almost fainted him. It is good that we're faster, I guess. We can just use a Rock Smash. It's super effective as well. Not really that great. I want to replace Rock Smash, but with what is the question? Sure, let's actually switch to you. Cerulege. Very cool Pokemon. Very interesting. I like the Sharkadet line. I like the dual transformations, and I'm a big fan of Cerulege. Now that I think about it, after my realization that I'm not going to have like really any good special attackers on my team, I probably should have made Armarouge. But we're a little bit too far into the game for that thought. I could still make one, but I don't know about that. Just don't know about that. One of the main reasons why I was really big on Cerulege instead of Armarouge is because of the signature moves that they learn. Losing isn't fun. How the heck do you get out of here? Yep, so we can glide, but not really fly. It's kind of weird. Also doesn't seem that useful since you can just, like... I mean, there's probably uses for it, but you can fall from any height and you're okay. Pokemon types are so complicated, don't you think? Yes, while we have a Doug Trio. You are challenged by Eloisa, the student. And Hattrem. Interesting Pokemon to have. Let's go with a good old Rock Blast. Yeah, this is not going to KO even at 5 hits. Yeah. Dazzling Gleam. And now we have Cloth's Anger Shell activating. Again, I will say... Yeah, I will say that I don't really like the fact that this ability activates the way it does. Not a big fan. But we've kind of been over that. Yeah, Fairy does not resist. I'm pretty sure Hattrem is a Fairy Psychic type. No, we are not going to switch out. Let's go with X-Scissor. Alright, so yeah. She's not... Hattrem is then not Fairy Psychic? Just Psychic, I guess? I'm not sure, really. It's been a while. Alright, we probably could have KO'd this Gardevoir straight away had we used Rock Blast, but there is that 10% chance to miss. So I was kind of hoping that X-Scissor would have been super effective there. Luckily, we didn't get attacked. Using Life Dew, even though she was not missing HP. I mean, it was a good tanking strat, but not really that great for her. Not complicated for you, huh? Nope. I'd like to think that it is not complicated for me. I like that Dunsparce got an evolution this gen as well. I will say that, especially because Dunsparce has been kind of like a useless nothing for how many gens? And they didn't really do anything for him, being honest. They gave him a buff to all his stats, but not significant. And he has no dual typing. I find that to be kind of a shame. I'm glad he got a signature move and all, and it's actually kind of powerful, but his lack of speed and really good like offense and defense and all that just kind of is like, who really cares? I'll tell you why I'm so worried about the weather. You are challenged by Hiker Daniela. And we've got a cloth. We're actually going to switch out here because this is not a good, well, Swords Dance. This isn't really a good matchup. We might end up getting KO'd instantly here. Let's see. Yeah, that was a shame. But we do have an answer, and that answer is going to take out this Pokemon immediately. I'm so sorry, Cloth, that you got destroyed there. I was hoping to survive on at least somewhat low health so we could get our Anger Shell off alongside a Swords Dance. But what can you do? That's wild that that did not KO. Roar. Well, that means we don't take any Sandstorm damage with our Meowscarada. And we do have leftovers, so nullify the damage. And we're going to go ahead and Breaking Swipe. Dragon Pulse? Sure. We can always relearn Breaking Swipe if I find I would rather him be a... See, because here's the thing. He's got 108 attack and 87 special attack. I actually don't think he's going to be that great of a special attacker. You know what? We're going to skip out on that. Shift Gear is too good not to use, and yes, even though it gives a bigger speed buff, it's not really that big of a deal. Meowscarada will send you out. The attack buff from Shift Gear is the more important buff, in my opinion. Yes, the speed buff is absolutely necessary for certain Pokemon, especially a lot of Steel types. But it's still the fact that it's both, and I'm not about to use that on a special attacker. So we'll see. We'll see. I might end up changing it up, maybe, because we do kind of would want a special attacker. No. Sandstorms are weather too, you know. I swear they are. Yes, sandstorms are weather. Nobody would refute that. We still want you to do some battling, Cloth, so unfortunately I have to revive another Pokemon. Okay. And we are out of that cave. That was a pretty cool cave, I gotta say. I kind of just figured you had to go upward, and that's what I did. But in reality, you could have probably gotten lost in that cave. I built up these muscles by many trips to the gym. My brilliant brawn will surely lead me to victory. Yes, because your muscles matter in a Pokemon battle. You are challenged by Izan the Courier. Revavroom. Revavroom. This Pokemon is a sight for not my eyes. Okay, we're going to go ahead and switch out to Tauros. and your attack fell. You are a physical attacker. Poison jab. It's not going to do too much. Could have poisoned there. We're going to go ahead and Earthquake. It's quad effective. Revavroom is, after all, a steel poison type. Very cool type, by the way. Just not really that great. You know what? If I find a Revavroom, I am definitely picking one up. He would be perfect for the next star base. In fact, we're going to go heal up at the Pokemon Center, and then I'm going to look on my map to see if there are any Revavroom we can catch on the overworld that we're near. Anywhere that we could fly to. Because if that's the case, we might just go ahead and do just that for the sake of for the sake of having a steel poison type. That's going to be amazing. Where could we find one? I know I was near one at some point. Or near some. I'm not seeing anything on the map, unfortunately. Haunter there. For those who would love an absolute beast of a Pokemon. Wouldn't be that easy to trade either. Trading in this game is actually kind of simple. Hello there, Pokemon League rep. Once you defeat 7 trainers, you'll get a lovely prize. So I'd have to beat 2 more trainers. Don't know what that lovely prize is, but it could be good. Are there... I did not mean to run into you, but we're going to have to run away from you. Maybe there are trainers around? Not seeing anything. Scovillian, very cool Pokemon. This is an absolute paradise for us hikers. I bet it is an absolute paradise for you hikers. Hiker Rocio. Bramblegast. Interesting Pokemon, to say the least. He's a grass ghost type, if I'm not mistaken, so this is not exactly a good matchup. He's going to be using a grass move, so let's switch to Meowscarada. I like saying that name. Alright. Phantom Force. We resist that, so we're going to go ahead and Hone Claws. Yeah, I kind of figured I'd be faster. Yeah, so no threat there. Night Slash. Bramblegast is gone. I love boosting moves. I think they're useful. I love status moves too. And healing moves as well. I love things like Recover. It's like I'm climbing into the sky. I would love to have a Pokemon with Roost on it. But, I think Esperatha is just a Psychic type, if I'm not mistaken. We can actually check that there. I don't know where in the Dex Esperatha would be. But we're going to figure out right quick. Okay, this could actually take a little while. Okay, so Espathra is a psychic type only. Very strange. And we are going to leave this run, or this fight. Aw, come on. Yeah, that was not going to do very much to us since, you know, it was a normal type move. And we resist those. Goodbye, low kicks. I have a guaranteed 4-hit. All right. So we just need to find one more Pokemon trainer. And after that, we'll get our lovely prize. That was a Sylveon we just flew by. That is kind of a problem with the Sinistea. They are so small, you can't see them. Probably going to see like a Pokemon trainer up these hills. Oh, I was looking the wrong way while running. And where would be a Pokemon trainer? We just need to defeat one. Now there's an interesting Steel Fairy type. Could potentially help me with that whole situation I have. Let's see. Mold Breaker. Let's use a Quick Ball. Ah, she's probably... Okay, no. I avoided the attack. Let's use Rock Smash. It's going to be quad ineffective. Ah, the defense lower. That's not what I wanted to see there. Alright, Cloth. You are probably going to faint here because I am going to be throwing a Pokeball. Let's go with an Ultra Ball. That should probably help. We have a lot of these. Awesome. Good catch. Tinkatuff was caught. This Pokemon will attack groups of Pawniard and Bisharp, gathering metal from them in order to create a large and sturdy hammer. Very steel. Could definitely help us for the next star area. And let's continue upward. This could be it. A child? Out all on your own? Why? You have me worried sick. I've got to get you back to town. I think I will be just fine. You are challenged by Eric the Worker. And he sent out a Raichu. Let's switch out here to... Wouldn't mind getting Cerulege some more experience points, having him be out in the main party, or the lead of the party. That'd be nice. Focus Blast. It does not affect me, sorry. That probably would have missed anyway. Let's go with a Flame Charge. We should outspeed this Raichu after the Flame Charge, hopefully. Which is going to allow us to... Oh, we got paralyzed. Of course. Absolutely, of course. Why wouldn't we? I'm surprised that didn't do more than 50% there. Didn't even do 50%, in fact. And Shadow Claw. We will have to switch out for the next Pokemon because, of course, we're paralyzed. Cloth wants to learn the move Rock Slide. See, I'm not going to learn this right now because I don't think it's that great to learn, but it is actually a good move nonetheless. Alright, so an Electros... We're going to have to use our good friend... Let's use Cyclizar here. I would actually like to switch out to Tauros, but Cyclizar resists electric moves, so that could be helpful. Plus, Electros, if I'm not mistaken, is a physical attacker. Plus, he has Levitate as an ability, so that's... absolutely just not going to be that useful using Tauros against him because of the Earthquake and the immunity to that Earthquake. Alright, so we really have nothing to fear here. We are going to use Shift Gear, though. Buff my attack and buff my speed. Thunderbolt looks really cool in this game, actually. Most of the moves in this game do not, in my opinion, look as cool as Sword and Shield's moves, which kind of stinks. But what can you do? Alright, this should KO. Ah, close. But no cigar. Yeah, Electros, even if it is a physical attacker, he's using special attack, so there is that. And one more Breaking Swipe. We should have enough HP to Shed Tail if we need to, or want to. Alright, cool. Some level ups. Ally Switch. Interesting move. Would be great for double battles. Not so great for right now. Alright, we are over half. We're going to keep current Pokemon. And one of the things I want to check here is check status. Alright, I'm up 2 speed. I'm going to Shed Tail into Tauros and see if I keep the stat boosts. If I don't, then this doesn't work as a baton pass makeup kind of deal. But, I mean, I'm not expecting it to. I just would like to know the answer of that. Intimidate. Ice Fang. That's resisted. It might not break the sub. It did not break the sub. Wow. Okay, so I was right in thinking, yep, that's not how that works. Doesn't really particularly matter, though, because being able to pass a substitute basically for free to a Pokemon right quick is a good thing anyway. So it's not really that big a deal. And we just won. Another Earthquake, why not? Yeah, I don't really have anything to deal with fairies on my team. I have no steel or poison moves besides Clear Smog, and Clear Smog is coming off of a very low special attack, and it's very low base power, so it's not exactly great. Oh well, if you're that strong, I suppose I needn't worry. No, you needn't. And we can just fly. Now, I could literally just fly to this area, as in use the taxi service. And the gliding doesn't work as long as I would like it to. Just throwing it out there. We shall heal up. I believe the Chansey supply was where you can buy the herbs. Very interesting. I wonder if they're going to have a Chansey supply in this town. And what this rep is going to give me. Yep, I have defeated 7. Here's your lovely prize. Flare Blitz. Ooh, that's actually pretty darn good. I think Tauros can learn that, actually. Not boxes. TMs? Yes, he can. He cannot learn Fire Fang. That's kind of interesting. Any other good fire moves? No, just Flare Blitz. This is really powerful. The only problem with it is that I still need to find out if Raging Bull is fire or fighting, or if it's both. What's going on there? Because if it's both, then I could literally just get rid of both a fire and fighting move on the dude, and then load him up full of other stuff, which is kind of what I want to do. The only problem is I haven't figured out whether or not that's the case. So one thing I could do is fight some... Well, you know what? I would know pretty much instantly. Alright, we need to actually run away from this. I would know pretty much instantly if it was both. If it can be if it activates Dash Bun's ability. Good old Intimidate. Raging Bull. Okay, it counts as a fire type. Now let's go find out if it counts as a fighting type. Gothita is a psychic type only, I'm pretty sure. Gothorita. Alright, so can't really tell from here, but I'm pretty sure. Let's see Raging Bull. If Raging Bull is neutral, and it was neutral, so this is a fire move. Let's go ahead to recently battled. Yeah, psychic type only. So yes, Raging Bull is a fire type move. So, check summary. Now that we finally have confirmation on that, and honestly I could have probably figured that out sooner, we're going to change moves here. And then remember move. We do kind of want a good fighting type attack. We could learn Zen Headbutt or Work Up now. That we do not need Flame Charge. Flame Charge does have the boost to speed, but honestly I don't want to double up on moves here. So, I think what we're going to do is actually not the boxes. We're going to check the bag for TMs to see if I have any good fighting type TMs. I doubt I do. No. Doesn't look like it. No. So the only thing I can do here then is I can get rid of Flame Charge for some kind of like other move. And I kind of want to get Work Up. All right. So I really do think I would have preferred if this Tauros was a fighting type only, because then that Raging Bull would be a fighting type move. But it's kind of one of those things where it's like, okay, who really cares though? You know, it's like one of those situations. We are going to zoom in and see if we have any, like, stores we can visit. Why is it not telling you the full selection of stores? I'm guessing because these are not important stores. But it's still kind of a shame that that's the case. Alright, so one thing we can do here, I think we're going to be perfectly fine for this fight. We do have a Dark, a Ghost, and a Psychic type Mon, so we're pretty darn okay in my opinion. We even have X-Scissor on Cloth here. So we're pretty darn okay in my opinion on fighting this gym. But I think we're going to go ahead and save that for next time, as this episode has run quite long. Yes, we did not do too much, but we found our way here through that pretty interesting cave, caught some interesting Pokemon, as well as fought our way to some higher levels, even prepared for a future encounter. I'm probably still going to have to prepare, honestly. Probably a good idea to get Revavroom. But with all that being said, I want to thank you for joining me. And if you like my content, please upvote and follow, or like and subscribe, depending on your platform. Comment and share. Those always help, and I appreciate it very much. And while you're at it, have a great and glorious day gaming.